Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. It works. I am amazing. Oh, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Ronnie Show. So glad you could be with us here today. We're finally on time because we started late on Wednesday and then we started early yesterday. So it's just the way it is sometimes, I guess, isn't it? So yeah, so glad you could be with us here this afternoon. It is Friday, the end of our second week around here, at least in this format. And so far, just looking at the viewership, it's done quite well. So yeah, we're gonna keep it going this way for the rest of time until we have another format change, which won't be for quite a while, I don't think. So yeah, we'll kind of talk about what I did the rest of yesterday, and then of course today had some things going on. So yeah, well, let's talk about Thursday right now. So after we did the show yesterday, I pretty much prepared for Michigan versus Duke in college basketball because we'll be broadcasting that tomorrow night. We'll be on the air at 5:45 Eastern time for that. So yeah, along with the second game of a doubleheader between Sioux City and Muskegon. But yeah, here's my sheets. I got those ready for tomorrow night. Just got to memorize them. So yeah, there's that. And then, oops. That. And then, I don't know why it did that, but it's just the way it is sometimes, isn't it? And so, yeah, I did that the rest of the night up until dinner, of course. Then I had dinner, and then I kind of didn't do too much after that. I kind of BS'd around for a little bit, if I'm being honest, and then I went over to my uncle's house. Usually I stop there about once a week, just, talk with them, see how they're doing and update them in terms of how I'm doing. So, yeah, so, and I always spend way more time there than I should. I have, because obviously I keep a daily schedule every single day of, whatever I'm doing. And so I had my schedule all written out. I was only going to be there for an hour, and I was there for like almost 2. So I always underestimate myself when it comes to that. But you know what? Those things happen. But then I got back, did a little bit of homework, and that was basically about it. At least for last night. And then, of course, woke up early this morning. I love Fridays so much, obviously, because we're coming up on the weekend. And second of all, is because I only have one class at 8 a.m. in the morning, and then I'm done for the day. So it's so amazing. I love it. I don't know how it worked out like that, but it just did. I got a cough drop in my mouth, by the way. Throat's still bothering me a little bit. Hello, Leandro from Brazil. Ooh, interesting. We don't get very many international viewers, so glad you're watching. Yeah, still have a little bit of a sore throat. As you know, I was a little sick earlier on in the week, which is why we didn't have a Tuesday show. So, yeah, so other than my sore throat, I'm pretty much over my little cold, so yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm really happy about that. Hello, what is up? Inez Batmez 6919. Apologize if I butchered that, but it happens sometimes, okay? I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, that's for sure. And then after that, I came back here to my dorm, and I honestly didn't do anything. I did take a little bit of a nap, but I use that little bit kind of loosely. And then I also, Wild One from California. Hello to you. And then also, too, right after that, I started prepping for Ohio State and Michigan State, which we'll have Sunday afternoon along with Cleveland and Oklahoma City. So, yeah, that'll be a good day of broadcasting, good day of games around here. So, yeah, and then of course, I had a meeting. As you know, this fall, I helped with my college's football team with their film crew and had a meeting today, and I'm back for another season, so whoop whoop. It'll start with spring ball, obviously, here in about a month, and then, of course, in the next season. So there's that. um, so yeah, and then of course I had lunch with my friends, and I've been back here really ever since, just working on little odds and ends, little things, more homework. I hate homework. But you know what, though? It's not hard. Like, it takes me. I did, I think, like 3 assignments within like 15 minutes. So it honestly, at least the homework load this semester isn't too bad. So I feel like I've gotten a lot less homework so far in my first semester and a quarter than I did like all of high school. Because in high school, they're like, oh, college is going to be so hard. They're going to load you with a whole bunch of homework, this, that, and the other thing. Well, at least so far here in my freshman year, that hasn't been the case. I'm sure once I get, into my, like, junior, senior year and I take harder classes, I'm sure that will probably pile up. But so far, it hasn't been too bad. And some of the assignments I had first semester were, well, the only ones were like essays. And we got, what, like a week and a half, 2 weeks to do those. So, and I'm kind of one of those when it comes to like essays or projects where I like to like split it up. So I only do like a little bit each day just so that, I'm not spending 4 or 5 hours the night before working on it. So, and that saves me a lot of time and I have a lot more free time that way too as well. So, yeah, I just like to do that. Because it works for me. That's why it works that way. I mean, you do whatever works for you, but, for me, that's just the way I like to do things. So, yeah. Um, Now, kind of previewing towards the weekend around here. Just kind of looking at, what's coming up. Obviously, tonight, I kind of hinted at this yesterday, but I'll be working, so, yay. Filming 2 not college, but high school games later on tonight in about 2.5 hours as this is going out. And then, obviously, also tonight, Sioux City, they're in Muskegon, Michigan. So, whoopee. So, their first game's tonight. As far as I know, they made it there okay, so that is good. So, yeah, we won't be calling that, but we'll have a recap tomorrow night. And then we'll also have the second game of the doubleheader then as well. And then, of course, as I had mentioned earlier, Michigan versus Duke in college hoops will be on for that at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night. So, yeah, make sure you join us for that. It's going to be an early night because we'll be done probably about 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone. And then we get the evening off. So, usually we're right in the thick of things by then. But no, we get an early night, which is fun. Me and my friends are planning on doing some fun stuff. We're not sure yet what we're going to do, but yeah. And then I'll also work tomorrow afternoon, too. Same thing, 2 high school games, so yeah. And then Sunday, for me, obviously we'll have, at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, we'll have a college game and an NBA game. We'll have Ohio State versus Michigan State in college hoops, and then we'll have Cleveland at Oklahoma City. Both those games tipping off at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, and that's what time we'll be on the air here on Sunday afternoon. And then after that, I will pretty much be doing homework, and then, I don't know. I haven't planned that far ahead yet. So, yeah, that's pretty much a preview of my weekend. Normally we like to talk about, hot topics, things that have happened in the news around here, but just to kind of, bro, you are a very big fan of this guy, and I am there's my roommate. You just made an appearance on my YouTube channel.
I saw this being recorded.
I am very happy. Thank you so much, MK Flash, whatever. It's FLSH. I thought that was an I for a second. I was like, what? So What was I saying? I don't even remember. Before we got interrupted by this guy. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, obviously. I think that's it, because I was in the middle of saying something, but now I don't even remember, to be honest. Um, yeah, I don't even remember now. I'm sure it'll come back to me tonight when I'm sure it'll come back to me tonight when I remember now what I was talking about. um, so I started doing this new routine now, my daily routine, I guess we can say, because obviously, bro, I am French. Sorry, I don't speak English, but I'm French. That's okay, no problem. That's cool, honestly, to be quite honest with you. Um, I don't remember what I was like. So, I am now starting this. This is my first week of doing it, and it has not gone well. We'll just say that. Where I try to get to bed at 10 p.m., at least on school nights, and then get up at 7:20 because I have 8 a.m. classes. My English is good for, yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I can understand what you're saying, so yeah, no problem. Um, because I have an 8 a.m. class every single day, Monday through Friday, which can be kind of sometimes, but that's just the way my schedule is crafted out by me. So, but yeah, because 7:20, what I do during that time is obviously I wake up, I go take a shower, and then kind of pack up my stuff, and then I'm out the door, and I'm able to do that and get to class in time, and I can do that in like half an hour. I try to leave here by about Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays I try to leave here about 7:45, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays 7:50, just because my classes are closer, so it just works that way. Um, which technically, if I think about it, I could get an extra 5 minutes of sleep on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that now. um, And the only reason why I started doing that routine was because Sunday night, obviously, we had Cedar Rapids versus Sioux City. At about 10 o'clock, I was just exhausted. I was so tired. So then I went to bed, and it worked quite well. But since then, it has not gone well. You live in America? Yes. In the Midwest, here in Sioux City, Iowa. So, or well, no, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, but I'm from Sioux City, as all of you know who watch the show. So, who've watched my channel for quite some time. Um, so yeah, because before I started doing this routine, I would go to bed. I probably wouldn't fall asleep till about midnight or just afterwards, which obviously is not very good, obviously, but I'm trying. I've been doing this routine. It's been a week now, and while the Sunday night and Monday night went well, I fell asleep probably. Obviously, I fell asleep at around like 10:15 Sunday night, and then about 10:30, closer to 11 on Monday night. But since then, it's gotten back to where I'm going to bed at just after midnight. So it's just like it has not gone well so far. Obviously, since it's the weekend, I'll be up later, but yeah, so that was just the first week. We're going to try it for the second week and see if it works out. And if it's not, then we'll have to figure out a new routine, I guess. We don't have to, really, but um yeah, so I think I can do it though. I mean, to be fair though, it's kind of hard because number one, I've always ever since I can remember, I've had a hard time falling asleep. Like, it's true. It always takes me a while from when I like first put my phone down to like actually fall asleep. Like, it could be an hour up to 2.5 hours, as you know, because the last 3 nights it's been after midnight. Well, not last night. Not last night. It was just after midnight, but it was earlier than Tuesday night and Wednesday night. Um, so I mean, what can I say? It happens sometimes, but yeah. Yeah. So I think that'll do it for us here this afternoon and this week. We've just crossed over the 15-minute mark, so that's how long we make these shows. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And finally, next week we'll have a full week of shows, Monday through Friday. So, yeah, keep it right here, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So, although that might change um, in about a month or so, and we'll talk about it once we get there. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you then. Bye bye.